What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success, and in this video here, we're going to be cutting through all the bullshit and talking about what it really takes to become a successful entrepreneur and gain success in business and in life. This channel is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd, and if you need designs made for your clothing brand, I seriously recommend you check them out. You post a project on Design Crowd, designers from all around the world will compete for your project. You choose the winner, and you can use that design inside of your clothing brand. And for a special $100 VIP offer for Apparel Success viewers only, you can head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn more, or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on Design Crowd. The first thing that I want to start out this video by saying is that it's important to have a rational fear of failure. You want to constantly have in your mind that the default running your business when you start up a business is failure, unless you put certain things in place that will allow you to become successful and that you're doing proactively that's getting results and that you can trust to constantly bring in orders, bring in revenue, and bring in your source of income, okay? Because otherwise, if you've just launched a business and you think that because you launched the default to success, unfortunately, you're wrong. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but this is the reality of it, and the default is failure. If you look at most people's lives out there, they go to work, they come home, they go to work, they come home. And most of those people doing that who want to start a business think that it's all the idea. If they start up a business, it's just gonna take off, and if only they had that idea. That's not the case at all, okay? When you start up a business, then all the work starts, and it takes a long amount of time to grow something with significance. In order to be good at business, in order to get real results, you're going to have to think completely differently than how most people think in society. And the reason why this is so hard is because groupthink out there in the real world is so powerful and so compelling. And most people want to live their lives in a way where the short term is what's most important. And they're not focusing on the future. They're not focusing on their long-term growth and their long-term outcomes. They're focused on how they feel in the moment. And this is why people like to go to work. They like to complain. That's their luxury, is they complain while they're at work. Then they come home, they eat like crap because it feels good. And they're not focused on anything that's going to offer them any long-term benefit. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to switch all of this around, where you're sacrificing the present moment. You're sacrificing the short term for long-term benefit, because all of the work that you put in right now, the strategies, how smart you are right now, applying all of your sweat equity to your business is what's going to determine what comes back to you in the future. And that's essentially how it works in business. Most people aren't open enough to ever even consider this way of thinking, this way of behaving in their lives, because groupthink is so strong, and the pull from all of their friends, from how everybody else is thinking in the world, is so strong that it sucks them in, and it almost like baits them in, and they get looped into that same thinking. And you really need to separate yourself from this and start thinking differently and behaving differently from the average person, from what most people are doing. Extraordinary outcomes require extraordinary behavior. And if you're behaving in the same way as everybody else and the 50th percentile of the world, then those are the results that you're going to get in your life. You really need to be working in that 99th percentile, 98th percentile, where you're the one person of everybody around you who is actually behaving differently, taking actions that are completely different from your friends and your family, and where you're doing something that's actually going to get you results that's different from them. Because if you're doing the same thing as everybody else, you're going to get the same results as everybody else. Now, obviously, you want to surround yourself with people who are taking the same actions as you, but these actions should generally be different than the vast majority of people in society who aren't willing to put themselves through this fire and actually go through it and achieve a high amount of success. So this is for those of you who really want to become a real entrepreneur, and you're not just caught up in the fantasy of it, and you really are attracted to the idea of personal growth, transforming yourself, changing your thoughts, changing your beliefs, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, and becoming something that is truly valuable to the world and that is actually effective in the real world, rather than thinking about all of these ideas and just trying to get rich quick and trying to take and make money and all that stuff. That's not what being an entrepreneur is all about. And the ones who are successful all know this. They've all mastered it. And it's probably the biggest illusion or delusion that most people have about successful people, They think that they're all lucky. That's not the case at all. Most of them worked extremely hard to generate the results that they're able to get because they had to focus on building value and building something that people actually want to consume and want to buy. And rather than focusing on consuming themselves, they're focusing on giving. And essentially that's what I'm doing in this video right now. I am giving to you. I am not consuming. And you want to take this mindset on yourself when it comes to everything that you're doing as an entrepreneur, because it's going to help you so much. This simple paradigm shift in your brain, like this whole paradigm shift in the way that you view the world and view your life, is going to offer you so much value when it comes to the results that you're able to get, because you're going to be focused and rearranged in the right direction to actually get a level of success in your life. So stick to a routine that you set up on a daily basis, that you stick to and you hold yourself accountable to, and do it because you know that it's going to get you the outcomes that you want in your life. And I know that you can do this. This is meant to fire you up, get you understanding the real truth of what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. And I really love this conversation. I really love talking about this kind of thing on this YouTube channel. So I'm definitely going to be coming out with more videos like this. Let me know what you think about this style of video in the comments below. I've never made a video this like rah-rah sort of hype video, getting you after the real ideas of running a clothing brand, running a successful business. So if you like it, let me know in the comments below. If you don't, let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on it. If you're struggling to market your clothing brand, then check out my new course, The Clothing Brand Marketing System, at www.clothingbrandmarketing.com. You can learn all about it. I teach you every single aspect of marketing your clothing brand, from guerrilla marketing strategies on Instagram to running Facebook ads for your clothing brand. So check that out. It's available now. Otherwise, if you made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have going on for apparel success. There's a link in the description below. Follow that link, join us in the group. See you in the next one. Peace.